All right, good morning, traders. Today is August 21st, 2024. My name is John Carrigan. I moderate the BYOB trading room. Thank you for being here. Thank you, everybody out there in digital land, talking about Rumble, Facebook, YouTube. Everybody, appreciate all the kind comments. Thank you for being a member or of our Facebook group or a subscriber of my YouTube channel. Thank you. Appreciate that. I love that. My SPY pivot this morning, 557.84. Above it, I'm a bull. Below it, I'm a bear. SPY, FNGU, QQQ are in uptrends. FNGU just got added yesterday. IWM and Diamond Dow remain in downtrends. All of the Fab 5 except IWM made higher highs and higher lows. All closed over bullish traps and over the 17 EMA. SPY closed with a 2-hour uptrend, 10-minute downtrend. IWM made a lower high and a lower low, closing inside the bullish trap over the 17 EMA. Gold and silver now both in uptrends. Gold made a higher high and a higher low, closing over the bullish trap over the 17 EMA. SLV did the same thing. UNG in an uptrend made a lower low and a lower high, closing over a bullish trap and over the 17 EMA. I have to recheck that. USO in an uptrend. It really doesn't know that it's in an uptrend because of the pullback that it's doing. But USO made a lower high and a lower low, closing under a bearish trap under the 17 EMA. US dollar index in a downtrend, closed near the 101.43 area, put a nice daily candle down even further than where it was. All right, let's go take a look at some charts. Let's look at the conditions this morning. All right, first chart we look at, SPY daily. This is incredibly bullish. All right, we're in striking distance right now of the all-time high. See that? That is 565.33, roughly thereabouts. What was the high yesterday? 560, call it 560.76. You can see the daily ATR is $6.11. We are within striking distance of making new all-time highs for the SPY. Yesterday's price action, we got this little doji candle with a higher low and a higher high, closing over the bullish trap over the 17 EMA. So, with all of this, probably expecting another little doji candle up in this area until maybe 2 o'clock. And then 2 o'clock, we're going to get some FOMC minutes. And I don't know if we're going to get much clarity from them at all, but we do have Jerome speaking on Friday. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what they say in the minutes and how the market extrapolates the sentences and the verbiage that was used along with the tone. All right, so here's SPY. We're looking for rate cuts. All right, so here's SPY up here, ready to challenge the all-time highs again. All right, I'm not expecting anything more than probably another little doji candle until 2 o'clock. And then after 2 o'clock, like I said, all bets are off. It could go anywhere. All right, on the 2-hour chart, what do we have? 2-hour uptrend going into the close yesterday. 10-minute chart. 10-minute chart, we had a 10-minute downtrend going into the close yesterday. All right, let's go take a look at SPY. Not SPY, IWM. No, let's take a look at QQQ. Okay, QQQ in an uptrend because it broke this high. QQQ, higher low, higher high, same looking candle, just about. Closing over the trap over the 17 EMA. So QQQ also in an uptrend. SPY in an uptrend. FNGU broke this candle high yesterday, so it made this is now in an uptrend, no longer in a downtrend. Yesterday's price action, higher low, higher high, closing over the bullish trap over the 17 EMA. FNGU in an uptrend. SPY in an uptrend. QQQ now in an uptrend. Let's take a look at IWM. IWM puts in a lower high and a lower low, closing inside the trap over the 17 EMA. Still in a downtrend until it breaks that high. Diamond Dow still in a downtrend until it breaks this high right here. Diamond Dow squeaking out a higher high and a higher low, closing over the bullish trap over the 17 EMA. Diamond Dow still in a downtrend. All right, so we got SPY, FNGU, QQQ, all in uptrends still. Take a look at our technicals, T2122. In the overall market, we had, looks like the bears threw us out of the overbought zone and threw us out of the buy zone as we chomped around inside the buyer's chop zone right through here all day yesterday. T2123 really doesn't look too bad for yesterday's price action. You can see here we gap up. Guess what? They didn't fill gap. You know what I say when they don't fill gap? I like that. See, we haven't filled gap here. We didn't fill gap here. And we didn't fill gap yesterday. That's bullish. Anytime we get consolidation over prior consolidation, that's also bullish. Not filling gap. These are the clues that I look for in the morning. What am I expecting? Oh yeah, another big spike up into those all-time highs. All right, that's what I'm expecting. Why? Failed to fill gap here. 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 All right. What else do I have? Consolidation over prior consolidation. That's bullish. That's bullish. Failing to fill the gap ups is bullish. All right. So I'm expecting more. Another stab into testing those highs from yesterday. Maybe a little bit higher. I don't know how high we got. I think we got to 560.70. I think maybe we get up to maybe 561, 562.70. Maybe that area tomorrow, today, this morning. Or maybe right up to all the way up to 565. We'll see what happens. But I am expecting the market to be bullish based on what I'm looking at here. We're failing to fill gap ups. So I like that. That's T2123. 3-bar. Here is, we got the 200 SMA now hooking and curling up. I like that a lot too. All right, price action up over the 200 SMA on the 15-minute chart. Like that. Slowly approaching those all-time highs back here. Just grinding up. We've got a huge gap down here that we're starting to fill. I like that. T2123 3-bar. Again, we put in 3 more green candle bars, and we still have some space between this 17 EMA and the price action. I like that. On the 3-bar chart, we are up over the 200 SMA. I like that a lot. All right, so price action is a big sloppy bull flag right here. So this is looking good. This is looking good so far. All right, the fact that the rubber band candle here has recovered has now is looking good for the bulls. All right, so there's T2123 FNGU. Let's take a look at that. We use this as an indicator. Typically, wherever FNGU goes, it's like a leash. It jerks the SPY with it. All right, so you can see here's FNGU, price action up high, and then we had, what did we have yesterday? A spike up high first thing in the morning on SPY. So what did FNGU do? Same thing. So you can see how FNGU, with all those weighted stocks in there, jerked the price up. And then what do we got? Consolidation over prior consolidation. That's bullish. All right. Got some gap ups, haven't been filled. I like that. That's bullish. As long as they continue to keep consolidating up over prior consolidation, going to remain bullish. So I'd like to see some more upside on FNGU this morning. We'll see what happens. Doesn't look looking more like a triple top here. We could have a candle down. I don't know. I do like the price. It's holding up here. So I think we got one more try to the upside. We'll see what happens. That's FNGU on the 15-minute chart. All right, let's go back and take a look at some sectors. We'll start off with the energy sector. We'll start off with USO because this is the most fickle one. Okay, USO, is in an uptrend. It's in an uptrend since we broke this high right here. I don't think it knows that we're in an uptrend, but you can see the pullbacks, lower high, lower low, closing under a bearish trap underneath the 17 EMA. I don't think it knows that it's in an uptrend, but it is in an uptrend until it breaks this low, then it's in a downtrend. All right, so right now, USO in an uptrend doesn't know it's in an uptrend. That's the only problem. UNG also in an uptrend when it broke that high right there. UNG price action for yesterday is this candle right here with a lower high and a lower low closing inside or just over the bullish trap over the 17 EMA. UNG is in an uptrend. USO also in an uptrend. Let's take a look at precious metals. We'll start off with silver. Silver's been in an uptrend since it broke this high right here, which it did a day ago, right here on this candle right here. Price action for silver yesterday. Higher high, higher low, closing over the bullish trap over the 17 EMA. Silver in an uptrend. Let's take a look at GLD. Now, GLD yesterday made a new all-time high right there. Higher low, higher high, closing over the bullish trap. New all-time high for GLD. Okay, let's take a look at SMH. So our semiconductors. Semiconductors are in an uptrend. They are in an uptrend since they broke this high right here. Semiconductors, inside day right there. Semiconductors, uptrend. XLK, also in an uptrend since they broke this high right here. Okay, yesterday's price action, a little higher low, higher high, closing over the trap. XLK, uptrend. SMH, uptrend. Need IWM to be in an uptrend. It would be nice. It just doesn't seem to want to line up with the rest of the market. All right, FNGU is now in an uptrend like that, okay? So we got SMH, we got FNGU, we got the technology sector, and what else we got? What else we need? What do we need? We need financials. Let's see what the financials are doing. Okay, the financials, all right, are in a downtrend, but they are dangerously close of converting that to an uptrend. Because where are we? We're right back up at those all-time highs right here, all right, that we made probably at the end of July right there on the 31st. That was an all-time high for the financials. And you can see we are right now right back up there again. Yesterday's price action looking like an inside day, closing over the bullish trap over the 17 EMA. I'll take an inside day, consolidate up here at the all-time highs, near it. I like that. All right, but we are dangerously close of creating not only an uptrend, but another new all-time high on XLF. I like that. That's very bullish. So we got the semiconductors. Even though the financials are in a downtrend, I would just classify that as the worst downtrend ever. Only because it doesn't seem to know that it's in a downtrend. And we're up here near the all-time highs. That's incredibly good. So it seems to me I would rate the financials in the bulls category after erasing almost 100% of this move down. So there's financials. So we got financials, we got semiconductors. Last one is transports. Not the last one, but the last critical one now on the transports. They're also in a downtrend. And much like the financials, not quite at all-time highs, but dangerously close to converting this downtrend to an uptrend if they take out these highs right here. See that little tweezer top up there? So they are close. Yesterday's price action, make sure I got the right candle. A little higher high, higher low, closing over the bullish trap over the 17 EMA. All right, so moving up from this low right back up to the prior breakdown candle high I would say they're on a mission to take that out. So there's IYT. This is the transports. Still in a downtrend, but just like the financials, dangerously close to converting that into an uptrend. All right, so everything's looking really bullish this morning. Again, so I'm expecting for SPY to probably poke into the all-time high area. There's a gap up there on SPY overhead, so I expect them to fill maybe a little more gap, pull back just before 2 o'clock, and then see what we get at 2 o'clock. I think if they like what's said at 2 o'clock, I would expect a gap fill. I really would expect the gap fill if they like what they hear at 2 o'clock. Put it this way. If they don't gap fill after 2 o'clock, then the market really doesn't like what was said. And you could get a rollover to the downside. All right? If they don't fill gap, because that is the main event this week. All right, let's take a look at a few other sectors. XLI, industrials. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's the all-time high for industrials. Okay, so this is in a downtrend till it takes out that high. So again, just like the financials, worst downtrend ever. All right, because they've recovered almost over 100% of this move down. All right, so there's the industrials right back up here at the all-time highs. Okay, yesterday's price action right here, a little higher high, higher low, closing over the bullish trap over the 17 EMA. Okay, so XLI in a downtrend, but worst downtrend ever, just like XLF, dangerously close to taking out the all-time high and converting the downtrend into an uptrend. So there's XLI. Next one, XRT. So these are our retail sector. Okay, retail sector takes out this high. It'll be in an uptrend. Again, moving right up, almost erasing, 90% of this move down. Maybe 80% of this move down. You can see right here, we're stuck right underneath quadrant 4. We're coming close to breaking into quadrant 4 for this move down here. XRT still in a downtrend. XLI still in a downtrend. All right, but let me just say they're really close to converting this into an uptrend. Look at these last 5 days in XRT. Green, 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 green. That should say something. That's bullish. This market is bullish. It's ready to go. It's ready to pop. Now, we need some good news, right? So let's go see what we got for news coming out. All right. And see if we can get the right one up. There we go. All right. So, economic calendar. Again, the main event this week is FOMC, 2 o'clock. All right. That is happening today at 2 p.m. This morning, we got MBA mortgage applications at 7. They've already happened. Atlanta Fed business inflation expectations. Not really a market mover. That comes out at 10. Got a petroleum report, 10:30 every Thursday. All right. FOMC minutes at 2. And that's it. All right. So that'll be probably the main event this week. Thursday, unless Jerome's going to speak at 10, and I'm sure all ears will be tuned in for that. All right, Thursday, that's tomorrow. Jobless claims 8:30, Chicago Fed National Activity Index 8:30, PMI Composite Flash 9:45, existing home sales at 10, and a natural gas report at 10:30 like we have every Thursday. Friday, really light day, new home sales at 10 o'clock. And Mr. Powell's going to speak at 10 also. Then we got a rig count at 1. So looking more of the same. All right, I don't see anything to squash it except for the minutes right here. And if the minutes don't come out bad, I would expect the market to probably push higher into those all-time highs, meaning I'm talking about the SPY. All right, so Max pain for today. Oh, they have it. All right, max pain for today is 557. Put to call ratio, 1.5 puts, 2 every call. And that's only regarding the puts and calls that expire today. All right, so max pain 557. I think we just moved from that area yesterday, so that's completely attainable. Take a look at the earnings calendar. All right, see what we got for earnings. All right, so Wednesday, TJ Maxx, TJX, they're going to report this morning 127 billion. Analog devices, 112 billion. All right, other than that, just some familiar names, nothing that's really going to move the markets. Thursday, Intuit is going to report 186 billion after the close. TD Bank, Toronto Dominion Bank, they're going to report in the morning tomorrow, 105 billion. Again, more familiar names, nothing that's going to move the markets. Friday, more familiar names, nothing that's going to move the markets. Monday, we have PDD Holdings, 207 billion, BHP, 136 billion, okay? Again, some familiar names, but nothing that's going to rock the markets. That's it. So we got a really light week as far as economic data, except for the FOMC minutes. Really light week when it comes to the earnings calendar, so nothing can squash whatever the market has planned. Now you look, we had this huge dropout about a week or two ago, and we're fully recovered. All right? And when did it happen? When there was practically no economic data coming out. All right? So there was nothing to cause that. There was no, keep this in mind, when you see something happen and there's nothing to cause what's going on, and we're bullish, and then all of a sudden, hey, we just fall out of the sky. All right? That was strange. I kind of knew there's something up with that, and they're going to buy it right back up. There was no economic data. There was no horrible earnings to cause any of that. There was no pandemic, epidemic, or like a bird flu or a pandemic, anyways, that came out. Monkeypox spiked its head up, but that's it. Other than that, we're right back up near the all-time highs yet again. All right, so things are looking good. Look at T2123. We are in a big bull flag right there. We are also pretty close to, not quite at striking distance to the all-time highs, but still right up there in that bull flag. All right, so there's the overall market, along with FNG was the only one that kind of spooks me. All right, that's the only one because it's got such a ways to go, and it can move when it's ready to get moving. Now for FNGU to get back up here at the all-time highs. Now look, the market, the SPY, all right, is up here near the all-time highs. All right. FNGU still looking like it's 2 weeks back. All right. So that's the only one that concerns me. Because if this rolls over here, which I don't think it will do till it gets up to resistance right around here. Okay, I think it's got a little bit more upside. See where resistance is? This purple line, that would be resistance. All right, so I think we got a little bit more ways to go. Then we're going to hit resistance. But after that, I don't know where it goes from there. So we got room. If this keeps grinding up, fills this gap down right there, we could see SPY take out those highs right there. So there's FNGU. Let's take a look at the dollar. And on the US dollar, what do we have? Another big candle down like that. Closing near the 104.43 area. Took out this low. Love that. Getting real close to taking out this low right here. Dollar's in a downtrend, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Dollar just moving down in a downtrend. Nice move down in the dollar. All right, so, all right, that's it for this morning. Again, I'm looking for green erases red. All right, I'm looking for green erases red on that 10-minute chart. Okay, so here we are. We are at green erases red. See, this would be the red. All right, from this high down to the low. Okay, that would be the red. Okay, now when the market comes up over that, see that spike up there? Okay, that is green erases red. That's an entry for me right there. Market goes higher. Green erasing red. All right. That's an entry for a long position right there, right here, right now on this 10-minute candle. Okay. That would be, all of this would be the red. That would be the pullback, making a higher low. All right. Now we get green erasing red. This is an entry right here, right now. All right. So this is an entry. All right. That's green erasing red. I think we head up to 552.50. I do. At least to 560. We're at 559.90. And I think we probably spike those highs again. So we'll see what happens. Hey, good morning, JW, Gilbert, Lenny G, Bobby, and Rambo. Thank you for being here. I'm bullish on SPY this morning. We got an entry right now. All right, traders, I will see you all at 9:15. That's 45 minutes, and we'll open off the markets. All right, we'll do a little bit more analysis and get ready to open up the markets. Thank you, everybody out there in digital land. Appreciate you listening and giving my content your time. I know your time is precious. Thank you. All right, guys, I'll see you in 45 minutes. Unless you have some questions, I will answer questions.